Hey guys, Redwolf here. So I just wanted to do a quick video of me opening some packs. I know I haven't had much time to do the other videos I wanted to do. Those are still in the works. They're gonna be coming soon. I'm gonna have some epic and legendary review, and I'm gonna start maybe doing 3 reviews of some pretty good decks that are out here right now that I've been playing a lot with. So those are up and coming soon. Let me just see. There we go. Alright, so basically, let's go at it. What I'm looking for is trying to get a Cenarius, if possible. If not, I'll live with just some dust. Alright, great card. Good for the current aggro preparation, absolutely required in a Miracle Road deck. Defender Vargas, one of the great good cards to craft in the beginning if you don't have something similar. It's very useful with the Azure Drake, one of the very good cards to craft. Subpar rare. I've talked about it, not very good. Mass Dispel, not a very liked card, but I find that the fact that it cantrips, and right now there's so many Death Rattle with Nax out, it does have more value. One really doesn't hurt in a deck. Lightning Storm, a must-have in a Shaman deck, no choice really. Mana Tide, I have some problems with it just because most often it's just a 0-3 and makes you draw one card for 3, so it's basically a draw a card for 3 and absorb 3 damage. So Secret Keeper, pretty cool. A lot more secrets in this meta with the Mad Scientist. It's pretty cool. I've been seeing a lot more secret decks, secret hunters with Mad Scientists, secret mages. Not many secret paladins though, but still pretty cool. And well, actually, Mad Scientists with secrets in paladin, but I do see paladins with the new secret itself, Avenge. That's pretty cool. Shadow Flame, very good with Ancient Watcher, blowing up stuff when you really need to clear the board on the other side. Also a great combo with Power Overwhelming, where you would boost your guy, hit the face, and then blast everything on the other side. Pretty cool stuff. No. Golden Common. Right, Auctioneer. Pretty much a must in Miracle Rogue. Well, actually, a must in Miracle Rogue. Still pretty good in some mage decks. Also in a deck where you're able to do a semi-miracle-ish type thing. I know Druid somewhat works with this. With the Innervates, you get like 2 mana and draw a card, so it's like a real powerhouse. Pretty cool. Whoops. Big Game Hunter, pretty much required in Druid decks, just because Druids have so few removal cards that whenever you face up with a big minion, you're pretty much screwed unless you're able to kill it directly with the card. And plus, it's a pure removal for 3 and gives you a 4-2. So overall, very strong card. Eaglehorn, very good in Hunter with a few secrets, and especially if you bought Nax with the Secret Keeper, very nice card also, because it's when it's revealed, no, it's when it's casted, so it actually works in combination with the Mad Scientist. Doomguard, one of the strongest demons overall. Huge comebacks with this. It's really good because whenever you know you're in that tight spot with the Warlock, you're able to draw a card and play it right away, and usually you'll have no cards left in your hand. So this is really like a big game changer if you're falling behind. Oh, a golden mana wraith. Cool card. It's pretty underused, I find, because it really affects you negatively, and I have yet to see like a deck that makes great use of it. Maybe a Frost Mage? Yeah, maybe a Frost Mage does the job. Upgrade? Good card in a weapon deck, especially now that there's the new weapon with Warrior from Nax. It's a pretty cool card, but it kind of is counterproductive with the new weapon because you want to get to that second hit to break it and deal 1 damage to everything. Mana Addict, great in a Miracle Rogue, and pretty decent in a Mage, but Miracle Rogue really has that sustainability to cast 10 spells, 12 spells in a turn and just wreck the other player for like 20 damage. Argent Commander, one of the most solid rares in the game. No need to explain why. It has Charged Divine Shield, and just those two together is almost a 4 damage removal, plus you get a body. It's pretty good. Mana Addict, old card. Also okay in a Shaman deck, Mana Addict, if you have tons of little spells. Mind Control deck, not much play in the current meta, but still pretty good in Arena though. One of the top cards and top pick in Arena. Faceless, yay! My second Faceless. Very good in a Druid deck that can use a lot of that mana to be able to drop something big and copy it. Has the biggest creatures in the game, right? So huge advantage there. Decent in a Miracle. Actually, no, sorry. In a Warlock where you'll be able to play Leeroy and Power Overwhelming and copy it, so you get 2 Leeroys with 10 power attacking right away. And also in a Warrior, copying Grommash, once he's already damaged, like you'll be able to rush the face for 10 plus 10, so it's an easy 20. Pretty cool card. Crazed Alchemist, interesting in a Priest for 2 reasons, because Priest have really high toughness cards, so you can really start being offensive with it. And also, if you're trying to play around 4 power creatures, switching up the defense will often give you like a higher or a lower than 4, and then you'll be able to actually make advantage of your cards that kill creature 3 or less or 5 or more. Alright. Man, it's been a dry spell. Siphon Soul, destroy a minion. So I like it. It's good. If you compare it to Assassinate, it basically gives you also 3 lives, and if you consider that in a Warlock deck, it basically means 1.5 card draw. So that's very good, and you will always need extra lives in a Warlock deck. So one of the rare life gain cards that are worth it in a Warlock deck. So pretty cool, and of course it's pure removal. Nothing will stop it. Starfall, nice. So this is slightly weaker than Swipe in my book. The only advantage I would say is if you don't have a Blood Mage of Thalanos, then it might be good, because sometimes you're stuck in that. Especially right now, there's a lot of 2 toughness minions running around rampant with Nax, and 5 damage will kill a lot of creatures out there. So, I mean, it's not a bad card. I do prefer Swipe because it costs 1 less. It deals 4 to 1 and 1 to the rest, so it's like choose both. And if you do have a spell power creature in play, it actually does both for 1 less mana, so that's very good. But this is in a pinch, on your own if you have nothing else. Still a decent card. Blizzard, yes. So staple of the Frost Mage. Very good in a lot of mage decks. Just the fact that it halts the game, it allows you to set up for a Doomsayer, it allows you to also, worst case, if you have a few minions that are at 3 toughness on the other side, you can frost them and next turn ping them. Or even worst case, if you have lots of minions, you're being overwhelmed, and you have 1/4 toughness, like a 6/4, then you'll be able to ping it this turn if you're at turn 8, do 2 damage to everything, frost it, next turn ping it again. So you can even take out a 1/4 creature for that also, if you're really in a bad spot. Explosive Shot, decent card. I just have an issue with it comparatively to Bite, because Bite really, does it bite? Does it go for the throat? Anyways, the other the other hunter card that actually deals 5 or deals 3 if you don't have a beast. That's pretty cool. So this though actually deals 5 and 2, so it's good, but the cost is very hindering, and also you can't do it to the face, so you can't ever use this as a finisher, which is sometimes lackluster. I'm not saying it's totally bad, just doesn't have as many uses as the actual bite. Go for the throat. I think it's go for the throat. That was a... damn it. Okay, Crazed Alchemist again. That was the Priestess. Yeah, so the little Priestess is pretty cool when you're able to have a lot of minions. Personally, I like her even more than the Imp, Blood Imp, because she's actually able to fight. She's aggro, she's a 2/1 for 1, so that's pretty cool. Emperor Crowbar, I have a lot of problem with him. He's removal, so I guess he would be interesting in maybe a Druid deck. But if you have Naxxramas and a Druid, I still prefer my Exna. I guess early on, if you run out of removal, like you find yourself struggling against big creatures, he's okay. Yeah, pretty much. In a deck where you don't have many removal. Oh, hello. Sword of Justice, very good card. One of the best, and I find it's such an awesome card just for the mechanics. It really shows you how Hearthstone can actually be very interesting comparatively to other card games, because this really thinks outside the box. So I rarely use this actually as a weapon, sometimes maybe with equality, but most of the time it really is just 5 raw power for 3 mana, which is, well, raw power, as in power and toughness. Very good. Makes advantage of tokens, makes advantage of your secret that pops tokens. Awesome. What we got here? Antonidas, nice. I didn't have him, so he's pretty cool. Gives you a fireball whenever you cast a spell, so he's really nice if you have a few low cost spells and you're able to dish out a few spells when he comes out. So I would really suggest playing him turn 8, so you're at least able to use him once, or maybe with the new secret from Nax, you're able to duplicate him. So you duplicate the turn before the secret, then you cast him turn 7, so that if he dies, you'll get 2 more in your hand. Defender Vargas. So Injured Blade Master, pretty interesting also in a very good in a priest deck, awesome in a priest deck with Circle of Healing, okay in a shaman deck. Because he has the possibility of having the healing totem, which heals him automatically every turn. So you always have a possibility of healing. But yeah, the real shine is in a priest deck. Okay. Let's see what else we get. Divine Favor, awesome in a weenie paladin, allows you to really take advantage of dropping your entire hand very quickly. Will hurt immensely a control warrior, a frost mage, control druid, control priest. If you're seeing a pattern here, it's normal. This is really an anti-control card. It's so a handlock, anti-handlock. Yeah, it really destroys control decks because you empty your hand ASAP and then you're able to fill it back up, and it really, and even worse, like if the opponent has cards to draw, you can actually trigger them and then, you know, take advantage yourself of having your own draw mechanic based on his hand. Mana Addict, once again, pretty cool in spell decks. Corsair, I like that little guy because if you consider that most 2 of weapons do have 2 durability. Most, if not all, excluding the Sword of Justice, which has a lot more durability, and the Doomhammer. But the Doomhammer, even that is a one-of in a deck. So against a warrior, it really works well. Against a paladin, it works well. Against a hunter, it can actually destroy his eagle horn that he keeps one charge of, because hunters tend to keep one charge of their weapon on just in case they get another secret. So this will really mess up their plans. It's pretty cool. It's much cooler than people think. I played a lot with him in my Pyradin. Patient Assassin, okay. The thing is that Rogue has many ways of dealing with creatures, so the fact that you have a vulnerable 1/1 and that it's a one-shot kill kind of reminds me of Unstable Mutation, is it? With the Warlock that kills it next turn. Yeah, it's like that. It takes a turn to trigger, but even at that, this is more vulnerable because if he plays a taunt, then he's protected. Yeah, you'll take out the taunt, but maybe that's not what you want to kill, right? If it's a 1/7 taunt, then you're wasting your little assassin guy, and then it can drag on. Let's just put it this way, not the cleanest way to kill something, especially for a rogue that has so much damage and pure removal. Nah. Pint-Sized Summoner, cool card. I mean, stats wise it's a 2/2 for 2, so it's very good. It reduced the cost of the next minion you play each turn. So keep in mind he will not trigger the turn you put him. He will only trigger the turn after you put him. So effectively this is a 2/2 taunt for 2. So yeah, that's one of its issues though. But overall, decent card. Lightning Storm, once again, pretty much a must in a Shaman deck. Abomination. So Abomination is very good anti-aggro. It's really awesome if you have the Naxxramas egg in your deck. That's very good. However, chances are opponent also has Naxxramas deck. And he also has the egg in his deck because it's very prevalent right now in this meta. So it's a double-edged sword, but it is a beast against Zoo. So that usually is something that you'd want or you'd like to have on your side. Ooh, Pyromancer. Pyromancer is great in a priest deck that's able to hurt the whole board. So it gives a good repetition of something that's able to hurt the whole board. And the Soul Priest actually works in a similar, actually in the exact same fashion, that it's able to dish out mass damage with Circle of Healing. So yeah, these two actually work very well in a Amaz type deck for a priest. So it gives a consistent mass removal, which priest often lacks. Other than Holy Nova, they kind of lack mass removal, and their removal is very specific. So if you encounter a deck that has tons of 4 power minion, then you will have to rely on Pyromancer and Soul Priest to basically take them out. So, two cool cards. Mana Wraith, like I said, medium card. Void Terror, awesome, awesome, awesome. Right now, with so many death rattles, this triggers like everything, and of course, its best friend is the new Nax Egg. So it works awesome with it. Works great in the current demon deck. The new Nax card also, that when it dies, it drops a minion from your hand into play. So many combos right now. Terror, it really shines right now with it. Also combos with Power Overwhelming. Yeah, really nice card. I liked it before, but now it really is a super powerful creature. Shadow Menace, again, pretty cool right now in the meta where there's tons of Zoo Rampant, Aggro Zoo, everything with the new, what's his name? The one that boosts every time that someone plays a Death Rattle. So tons of targets for this. Taking the egg, and if you're able to boost the egg and using it right away, very good as well. Sword of Justice, Secret Keeper, done those. Holy Fire gives a consistent shift on the board, so what's really cool is that it is a comeback card. It takes out 5 power, so if you'll notice there's tons of 4 power creatures that have 5 toughness. That's not a coincidence. So this actually made as a 4 power takeout for the priest. So he'll be able to kill most 4 power creatures, and he'll also be able to return some health in the process. So very good comeback card. Karentor Mage, really nice right now with the all the secrets around in Mage. The new Nax secret is awesome. It combos with the Nax secret, so you play the duplicate. If your Karentor Mage dies, you get 2 more in your hand, ready to play more secret. So it really is a staple of a secret deck right now. I have a pretty cool secret mage with it, and it seems to work pretty well. Mana Wraith, meh. Decent card. Well, subpar decent. And Mind Control deck. Again, great in arena. Kinda situational and actually constructed. Flare, very good right now. Like I said, when the use of secret increases, this card increases in value. It is a must against a Frost Mage because all those ice blocks are gonna kill you pretty much. And if you're able to Alpha Strike him in a turn and he's betting on his ice block and you take it out, it's almost an insta win. It really is a anti. It destroys Ice Mage, but it also is okay against a mirror match against another hunter because most of them will have. Paladin right now almost all have at least 1 or 2 secrets, and mages are running at least 1 or 2 secrets right now. At least duplicate from what I've been seeing a lot. Wow, 1 legendary. Kinda disappointed. So Akanai Soul Priest, like I said, really, I find it a little bit better than the Shadow form because it's temporary. So that's actually a good thing because you have tons of cards as a priest that interact with your healing. So you might not want to turn everything into damage and then not be able to heal up because your hero power is pretty good. Mind you, it's good also to be able to abuse of your healing to hurt stuff temporarily. So this I find is a very good balance, and it's still very good. 4 mana for a 3/5, it still can dish out some damage. So that's it, guys. So like I said, next time I'm gonna try to review some epic and legendary. Yeah, I'm gonna get some to review some epics next time and legendaries, and once that's done, I will be back and talk to you for maybe 3 decks that I've been using a lot of and getting to know very well, and they've been climbing very nicely, so I'll be glad to share that with you. Thanks guys, Red Wolf out.